Hello everyone, this is Professor Vivi Uttarwar from KK College of Food Technology, Nashik. So guys, we were on the chapter of milling of legumes from the legumes and oil seed technology, the subject, okay. So basically before this, in my previous videos of milling of legumes, I have explained about the pre-treatments as well as the process of cleaning and grading of legumes. Now we will go for the next process of milling. So after cleaning and grading of legumes, the next process, that is seed conditioning to promote the dehulling process. Conditioning is the general term applied to the heating, cooling, wetting, after that drying and any combination of these processes. The effect of conditioning on the seed could be that toughen the hull, that is it loosens the bond between the hull and cotyledon and crack the seed coat. So after cracking of seed coat, we can easily remove the husk and the inner kernel will be separate. Also seed conditioning is helps for the hardening of inner kernels. So while the process of milling, when it pass through the rollers or chuckies, then also it will not be broken. So it hardens the cotyledon to resist the damage. So that's why the seed conditioning process is most important. So how we follow it? Then there is a pitting process. Pitting process is nothing but the whole grains are passed through abrasive roller machine for the scratching of the seed coat. It also facilitates the entry of oil and water in the grain during pre-milling treatment. Some seeds, that is 2 to 5%, are dehusked during pitting process. So pitting is also most important. We have to adjust the clearance between the two rollers and the size on the basis of size of grains. So that's why pitting is most important, because in pitting there are chances to break the seed or kernel into a very fine particle. So that's why while pitting process, the next step involves oil and water treatment. So the edible oil treatment is used to loosen the husk, and difficult to mill pulses are generally followed for this process. The quantity of oil used varies from mill to mill. The quantity of oil required is estimated to be 3 gram per kg. Water treatment, which varies with the crop, is used to expand seeds, which helps in loosening the husk by contraction of cotyledons during the drying process. Some dal millers apply water and oil simultaneously. This is done to reduce the process time. Addition of large quantity of water during processing and non-removal of entire quantity during the drying adds about 3 to 5% to the weight of product and reduces the storage life of dal. That's why water added should be measured, it should be in measured quantity. Then the large variation in the quantity of water is added lead to increase the energy cost for the moisture removal and process time. So this is also this is also reducing the recovery of final product, that is a dal. That's why it is important to maintain the moisture content of grains. So the machine which is used for the mixing of screw. The screw is rotated slowly to achieve proper mixing of oil and water with the pulse grain. Cut screw flight increases agitation and helps to increase the retention time for the better mixing. Treated grains are heaped and covered with the gunny bags and left for 12 to 18 hours. This helps the penetration of the oil and water into the cotyledons after mixing and the grain temperature equilibrium after drying in the sun. Some wooden or cement tanks are also used for the storing of these treated grains, and after that when their moisture is maintained, then they are processed for the milling process. Okay. So the next step is about drying of the grains. Normally pulses are sun dried as a part of pre-milling treatment, as I have explained this already in my first video, but then also it is a part of process, so I will explain it again. And it is drying, it loses the husk. The size of Drying at has no generalized correlation with the capacity of the mill, and the drying time ranges between 3 to 8 days. Sometimes thick layer sun drying is followed, which results in non-uniform drying and breakage during the milling process. So this is a very crucial part in the pre-milling treatment, and it needs the consideration. The pre-milling treatment as such varies from miller to miller, thereby results in repeated exposure of the grains to the milling machinery. It adds breakage, and it's also reduces the dal recovery. So it is a very important method. Standardization for the sequence of operation includes pre-treatment for each pulse crop would helps to save them loosen to the greater extent.